Hey everybody, we're back and doing a little bit more work on the camera. Last time we got it set up so we can have multiple characters on screen, and this thing will kind of follow them around, but we end up losing some of our characters because our camera can't pull back. It's not zooming in and out yet, so we're going to take care of that today. All right, first thing you want to do is go into your BP follow camera. That's probably inside of your Couch Co-op folder, and we're going to go ahead and open that up right here. And we're going to be building off of this part that we built yesterday. If you start through the logic flow of this, we get our game mode, we get our event that's going to kind of kick things off right here with our custom event, and it runs all the way through until we get tick enabled, where this thing is actually going to start running right here with the event tick. And this is checking all of our players and just kind of keeping a middle spot around them, averaging their location so that it can stay within all of them, not necessarily follow just one. So right here off of our set world location, our last part of the follow camera, we're going to add in a for each loop right here. So we're going to drag this right over for each, take the caps lock off, and we're also going to want to bring in our active players. This is something we've already had built previously, and I'm just going to plug that into the array right there. From here, we're going to want to get a variable off here. This is going to be on this array element. This is going to be a player that we're going to keep comparing all the other ones that we drag in from the array. We're going to keep checking against this character here, which is going to be called, let me go ahead and change this. I'm going to call this current player. So this is the one that we're comparing everybody to. Let's see. Was that one too long? Yeah. Already in use. Oh, I actually already have it. Never mind. That's okay. I'm going to get rid of that then. And I'm going to rename this thing current player. Okay. And we'll keep this one because we actually have it already in here. And then we're going to go through another for loop over here. Just the regular flow control for loop right there. And the way this is going to work is it's going to take this player that we have associated with our active players, so that's that one, and then we're going to pull off the active players, get the length of this list. So this is going to change all the time, right? So we might have one player, we might have 2, 3, or 4, so it's a good idea to go and check the list and see how big that array is. From here, what we're going to do is subtract 1 from that, because the number in the list and the index is going to be a little bit different. Our index starts at 0, whereas the number of things in the list would go 1, 2, 3, 4. So we want to subtract 1 from that to get us our last index right there. We are going to start off at 0, so we don't need to change that. All right, let's move on to this for loop right here. We're going to add in a few more things off the index. What we're going to want to do is get a copy of, let's see, I'm going to go ahead and do that. Get a copy of the array. Okay. And we're going to tie our active players into that. We're going to get a copy of that. And then we're going to get the distance to these different characters. Get distance to, yeah, that should be good. Yeah. And then, so our current player, the one that we're comparing to, should actually be the target. And then this would be the other actor. So we're comparing these two, basically, to see like how far apart are they. And then we're going to throw these into another array. Might pick this up a little bit. I'm going to throw this over here, add, and we want to add this to a, let's see. Oh, I'm going to just pull off of this, add array. There we go. That's the one we want. Should be that green one right there. We're making it an array of distances at this point. And we're going to connect this up. Now, we'll want to be able to go through that array of distances just to make sure that we're keeping everything within the same space. Like I said, we don't want to follow one individual character. We want to kind of keep it in the middle. So from this array right here, I'm going to right click on that, promote it to a variable, And this one I think I'm going to call just player distance. Okay, and we can leave that right there. Okay, so that's part of it. This is the just the loop itself. We're running through this loop, getting all the different collection of distances every frame. And then after we've gone through that and checked everything, we have to decide where do we want to put the camera, or how far out do we want to space the camera. So as soon as we finish the loop, we'll come out down here to this completed right here. And what we'll do is we're going to run this down to set target arm length. Yeah, I should have probably just grabbed the spring arm, dragged that in. And we're going to do set target arm length. There we go. And we're going to build backwards here a little bit. We know this is going to happen off the completed set right there. Okay. And then we have to just set this target arm length. So if we build backwards, we're going to do a clamp, and it's going to need to be a float clamp. So we want to be specific on that. The reason for that is the arm length can be set through a float. And since we can run through it in decimal places, as the players move around, it'll smoothly move the zoom in and out because that value is changing. So we don't have to do a timeline, we don't have to do a lerp or anything like that. Just the regular movement of how the characters are moving around will make it zoom in and out. Now, if we've got a character that's moving really fast, we might change that. But for right now, most of the characters are moving relatively the same. We don't have any Wally West or, you know, Flash running around here right now. Barry Allen for those fans out there. All right, so let's keep moving our way backwards. Our minimum, this is going to be like our minimum camera distance. So I'm going to name it that, camera dist right there. And this is going to be the maximum camera distance. I'm going to promote that to a variable, max camera dist. Okay, and the reason I really want to have these as variables is that I might want to set them inside the editor later on. So I'm going to go ahead and make those instance editable and pull them down a little bit so we can move backwards from here. Then we're going to need, let's see, the maximum distance amongst all of them. So we're going to go ahead and pull max of float array. Okay. And we don't really care about the index on there. We're just getting the max. And then we're going to pull in our player distance, and that's going to feed into that max array. Okay. Let's see. So we have all that working. We have our loop that's going through and checking for all the players and the distance they are from each other. Then we're running it through here, and based on our max distance, we're going to set up this clamp float right here that's going to go from our minimum to our maximum distance. We can always adjust those as we need to. And then the last thing we got to do is clear everything out so that the array can start filling itself back up again. So to do that, we're going to just pull off of this set right here. We're going to do clear array. There it is right there. And we're going to clear the player distance. There we go. Okay, that should be everything. Let's take a look here. Okay, it's going to shrink some things up. I think I might put another comment around all these. There we go. Whoop, a little bit far. This one's going to be camera zoom. Okay, and let's see if anything's broken. All right, so go ahead and drop in here. Oh, yeah, I think something is. Let me see, I hit enter. Yeah, something's busted. Let me go back in here and check, see what we got. Okay, I think I might know exactly the issue because I didn't set these values right here, the minimum maximum camera distance. So let's go in here to the minimum, and I want to set that for 900. Set the max for, let's say 9,000, 3,000. There we go. Let's try this one more time. I felt like that should have worked. There we go. That's looking a lot better. Okay, bring in my first character. Everything's normal. We're at 900. Got a second character, third character. Let's just bring them all in. Okay, just run in all directions. Hey, we zoomed out. Cool. And let's see what happens. I'm actually going to drive the blue character off, and then I'm going to bring him back. Cool. All right, so our zoom works pretty well. Let's bring everybody back together. Whoop, back together. That's where we're going. It's back together. See which one is my green guy. I gotta bring him back in. Ah, there he is. Okay, I should color these controllers. Okay, yeah, and we zoom back in without any trouble. That looks good. Cool. All right, that's our zoom, guys.